Baby, let you. Ooh, I don't know what you do.
Good afternoon, everybody out there, whoever's watching. I hope everyone is having a great day today. Yes, so as you can tell in the title of this video, I'm just gonna be talking about working sales associate, being a sales associate, working at a retail store. First of all, before we get started, the baby's back. She hi, the baby, she hi. She's like, why do you do this to me every time? Oh my god, she didn't ask for this. She didn't ask for it, but you're just so cute. Okay, I'm sorry. She's just so cute. She's my baby. Okay, so where do I begin? So as I've mentioned this in one of my videos before, but if you didn't watch that video or whatever, okay, I work at Ross. I work at Ross. I've been working there for not a year, definitely not a year, not even close. Like 4 months, maybe 4 months. And okay, so I've been working at Ross for like 4 months, 4 or 5 months now. I personally like it. Like, sorry. I personally like working at Ross. I think it's a really good job, especially if you're just kind of starting out. Like normally when you're younger, you work fast food and stuff like that, right? So now you're trying to get out of that, trying to step up into the world. And I worked at Rue 21 as well. Didn't like it. Did not like it. Especially the one I worked at, they weren't good. How do you say, like, the staff, the employees, whatever. I didn't like it. The coworkers. There we go. The coworkers were no good. And you have to have a good. I feel like your coworkers have to be. If you have good coworkers, a friendly environment, your work life will be that much better. No one likes to go to work. No one. I mean, let me not speak for everybody. Most people don't like to go to work. Most people don't like getting up, going to work every day, same place, same thing, right? But if you have a good environment at work, if your work environment is good, the people that you work with are good, at least, decent, then it makes it that much better, right? But I truly do enjoy my job. And the people that I work with, okay, I have lived alone, not just like me alone in my apartment, but like just kind of on my own. The only friends I've ever had, the guy that I'm seeing, he's like all I have had, whatever, okay? And I never really had girlfriends. Like maybe twice in my life I've had two really good girlfriends, like really close. And other than that, I haven't really had, not even just like girlfriends, like you can go hang out with and whatever. But when I got this job, I have literally made a whole group of friends, and they're great. I love them. They're so fun to work with. They're fun to go out, hang out with. One of them is actually my manager, and she's super sweet. She's super nice. It's crazy because, like, I thinking about it now, I'm always like, it's so funny because so I thinking back about it now, I think it's so funny because like she's my manager, and never to this day I would ever I would have never thought that I would be going partying, hanging out with my manager, um, but I do, and it's really fun. She's really great. The first time we all hung out was for her birthday, actually, my manager's birthday, and hello, you're just like smacking. You're smacking in my video. Stop smacking. So the first time that we all went to hang out was for her birthday. They were talking about it one day at work. Okay, first of all, I'm going to get into the video, I promise. I'm just doing like a little story time, I guess, in the beginning, but I promise if you don't want to hear me talk, go ahead and skip. I don't know what time it's going to start, but I promise I'm going to get there. But I just want to say this. So anyways, there's somebody outside. Okay. So yeah, so we all were talking, and it's like, I don't know, it's a group of girls that I work with. Because when you work retail, it's majority girls. There's like three guys that I work with, and two of them are my managers, and yeah, and that's it. And there's one other guy that works like the floor. I don't know. So anyways, so it's a bunch of girls, and they're all talking, and they were really friendly and open to me. I was new. They were friendly. They opened in not even like a month or 2 months in, and we all felt it. there with them, I felt really close already and all that, which I loved. And so they were all talking about, oh, it's her birthday, we're gonna go out to eat. So I was like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna go. And one of the girls that I met there, aside, like away from everyone else, she's like me, she's quiet, she just kind of kept to herself. So we were talking a lot, and I was like, girl, you go, and then I'll go. That way we have each other if they don't really talk to us, because you know how girls can be. So, but it wasn't like that at all. I got there, because I was gonna go no matter what, but I was glad that this other girl was gonna go with me, because it wouldn't have felt as awkward if they didn't talk to me, if they were more talking to each other. So we went out to this wing restaurant, and it was really fun, and I got to order a beer. No one ID'd me there. I think it was because there was a group of us. Normally when I've noticed that when you go out like in a group, they don't really ID you. Maybe that's just my past experience. So anyway, yeah, so we go out, and it was really fun. We were just talking, and then they decided they're gonna go to a club afterwards. I had never even been to a club before, because I don't really club. I don't know, I just don't. So yeah, we ended up going to the club, and never ever would I have thought. I went with 2 of my managers, and the rest were employees, and never would have thought I would ever club with a manager in my life. So, but it was really fun. They bought her like a shot, and I don't know, it was really fun, really, really fun. So anyways, so aside from all that, we're all still really great. We all hang out all the time. Last week, I think it was last week, we all, a couple of us, 3 of them and me, 3 of them and I, we all went out to go eat, and I went to go meet them at work, and we went out to go eat and stuff. And so and it's fun having a group of girlfriends, because getting older, I've realized I don't need a best friend. You know what I mean? My best friend's like my boyfriend. I don't need that necessarily. I think it's nicer to have a group of girls, because a group of girls, we can all go out and hang out, and it's just fun. And then with a group, maybe most of them are busy and 2 of them aren't, or vice versa, whatever, right? So that's how it normally works. A lot of them will all hang out separately. If it's a big occasion, like next month I have another one of my girls at the party, her birthday, so it's we'll probably all get together again for that. But normally we kind of branch out, and we'll hang out with each other, 2 on 2. I don't know, it's just, anyways. But yeah, so I'm gonna get into the video now. Okay, so working at Ross, okay, so this is gonna be all, obviously my experience, my personal experience, and how it goes. I actually have to work today. It's 4 o'clock right now, and I have to go in at 6:30, so I'm a closer. So normally retail, like I said, I'm only speaking in my experience, because I've only done, this is my actual, only besides that, I worked at Rue 21 for a month, so this is my real experienced job, so I can tell you what I know from this. So normally, working at a retail store like Ross or something, they have different shifts, and it all depends on where you're working and what they're hiring for. For me, when I first called to get the job, they were only hiring for nights, closers, and it was between 4 and 5 to closing, and they don't close till 12:30, which means we normally don't leave there till 1:30 if it's a good night. If it's a really good night, you hope to be out of there by 1, but normally it's 1:30. And I know a lot of times they stay till, well, it's been really busy, because I started during the summer, and I was hired as a seasonal at first. So normally when you go to retail, you're gonna be hired as a seasonal, and just depending on how well you work, they decide if they're gonna keep you or not. My situation, my store, they were desperately in need of people, so I'm pretty sure that's why I got kept. Well, and they told me I do good, so, I try. No. Okay, so yeah, so basically, their shifts are morning shifts, openers, which would be ideally is nice. The thought of it's nice, because you get up, you go, and you have the whole day, right? But I'm not a morning person at all. No, not me. So I like mid shifts. Mid shifts are my favorite. So they have mornings, mids, and closers is the 3 normal shifts that they have for retail stores. Mornings, like I said, open to normally you're out by depending on what time they open, obviously, but normally 1, 2, you're out of there. Maybe before that. The mids, my favorites, because you go in, the times vary, but there's when I do mids, I normally go from 1 o'clock. 12 was the earliest I went in. From 12 to 12 to 5, or 1 to 6, 1 to 7, whatever, right? But closing is when you get the most hours, because you never know how long you're gonna stay till. You're scheduled till 12:30, but you stay later, so I get the most hours closing. But I'm a mid or closer. I'm always one of the two. Normally I'm closing though. So closing for me was for the longest time 7:30 to close. So 7:30 to 1:30. But today I go in at 6:30, which is the earliest I went in for a closing shift. But it's good because I'm trying to get more hours because your girl got bills to pay. So anyways, that's just the shifts. Okay, so now that you're working there, well, if you're just trying to figure out if you want to do it. Let me think. So this is okay. I'll just kind of give you a run by of like the normal day. So for a closer, okay, for a mid shift or morning, these two shifts, all you do during the day is you're basically just gonna cashier. So which is super easy. And guys, if you're anything like me, I have a super bad anxiety. I almost did not want to go after this job, Ross. When I found out I got it, I told my boyfriend too. I was like, thank God I told him because he's the one that like pushed me to get it. But I did not want to do it because I was so comfortable with fast food. I hated the job. I hated fast food, but I was so comfortable there. Like I was used to the computers. I was used to everything that goes on there. And I don't know, just the thought of something new is just scary, right? Because it's easier to say no. It's easier to say no than, you know what I mean? But I don't know, it's crazy. Go after it. Just go after that and take chances. Like if it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out, right? So I decided just to do it and take these chances because I just gotta keep reminding myself I'm living for me every day. You know, I'm not living out here for everyone else. I'm living for me, my life. So I took that chance. Anyway, so I get there and then, okay, so back to what I was saying. So mornings, mids, you're gonna be cashiering all day and we have like a setup. I don't know if I'm gonna get into every little detail, but there's this like, the basics that you'll go in there and do is, you know, cashier, check out the people. The hardest thing it was for me to learn, and I'm not that fast of a learner sometimes, but in this case, I picked up surprisingly quick, surprisingly to me quickly. And okay, hard tags. And if you don't know what that is, it's just those little, the hard tags on items at stores that will beep when you walk out. The ones that if you pull off, they'll squirt ink on you. That's what I've heard. So those were like the hardest thing for me to learn working there. It wasn't the computer, wasn't learning that, because that's super easy. Sorry, I got like, okay. So anyway, you just pull them off. Like it's a little device you have to use, and a couple tries and you'll get it. Just a couple tries, because I just kept remembering that I had to keep asking this girl, like, hey, can you get this off for me? Like holding up the line for her side and my side, because I couldn't get the freaking thing off. But like I said, it's super easy now. I look back, I'm like, how did I even have trouble with it? Like, what? But, okay. So now you're doing mid mornings and you're cashiering, and when it's slow, if it's a slow day, you'll go and there's a queue line, and it's kind of the line that's right for customers when they're walking to you. That little line that has like the ropes and whatever, and like all like the candies inside, that's called a queue line. Well, at least where I work. And so like you go, and if it's like slow, not busy, you'll clean that, and you have a rack under the I don't know what you would call it, the counter. Under your counter, there's a rack under each register, and it's for your hangers. So like you'll take off the hangers. Hopefully they will have done it for you, but customers don't like to do that. So you take off the hangers, you know, put them, there's a top hangers and there's a bottom hanger rack, and it's super fast. You just take it, put it, scan it. Our thing is like you take the hanger off, scan the item, take off the hard tag, bag it. Keep it going, right? So, what was I gonna say? Okay, so now you're, okay. So now like I said, if you're not busy, you're gonna be doing the queue line, cleaning up, putting away your hangers where they go. There's the whole back by where the doors where customers exit, there's like the whole right there, that area is gonna be for your hangers putting up. If you have any, when people come and bring you returns and you take that stuff and there's a place where you put it. Well, once that's all done, like I said, if you're slow, not busy, you'll take those kind of things, put them up in this, it's like a long like rack thing. We call it Hummers. And there's like sections, it's like shelves, and there's like little sections, and it's like home, shoe, whatever, right? So then all the go backs would be like the returns and everything that gets piled up in the back where you're working. You'll take those, put them where they go, and then someone, hopefully not you, because it sucks, will run those Hummers. It doesn't really suck, but I just don't like doing it. So you'll run the Hummer, which means you're gonna take it and start from one side of the store, and you're gonna go and, you know, walk down each. I'm like, okay, for every store, there's like, you know, homes, clothes, accessories, shoes, like in different sections, right? So you're gonna walk the Hummer, put everything back where it goes along your way. Like for Ross, we started, there's accessories, it's gonna be accessories, shoes, bath, homes, pets, men's and kids, and not accessories, I'm sorry, like phone stuff, electronics, so it'd be like that. Like a big square around the store. So, okay, so now that's basically all you do during the day. You're just cashiering. If it's really, really bad, the only bad time I worked was summer. Summer was super busy all the time. Closing sucked. I'm telling you, it's been 2 weeks I've worked since school started. It has been, we literally have gotten out of there. We used to get out at 1:30, almost 2. Now we're getting out, and we close at 12:30. Now we're getting out 12:45. Like right after we close, we get to go home because kids are back in school. It makes sense. So I really like that. I'm not looking forward to like the next holidays about to come up though. I've never worked a retail store with holidays, so can't tell you, you know, anything about that. I haven't done it, but anyways, so okay, that's all you really do is just cashier and clean up all day. And then once it's like 15 minutes before you leave, depending on how busy it was, if it's really busy, but it's still busy, then you're gonna end up going home later than what you're scheduled for. But if it's like, if it was really busy but now it's slow, you can start cleaning 30 minutes ahead of time that you can get out of there on time. But let's see. So okay, the main thing I want to touch on is for closers, because that's like the most frequent thing that people do when they're getting hired for places like this. So a closer, what you do, and it's a lot more things that you do closing than you do like any other shift. So closing in a retail store, well, when I get there, my time, I clock in, right, punch in. And for my store, we get one 15-minute break and then a 30-minute lunch off the clock, 30-minute. But the 15-minute is, I'm still on the clock. So anyway, so I get there, punch in, and then you look at your little set, and it'll be like right when you walk in on your counter, well, like I said, I'm just speaking from my own experience, but there's a clipboard, and so it'll have my set there where I'm supposed to go, like men's and kids or homes, shoes and accessories, like that. And so, and in my store it's separated. Men's and kids is one whole set. Homes is the whole set, so it goes from like home stuff to like the bathroom, all that's homes, and then it'll be shoes and accessories. Those are all the different sets. My favorite one to do is homes. Homes, I believe. Oh, and then there's like obviously clothes. Oh, middle pad. Middle pad is the other set. Middle pad is the worst set. I've gotten it like a little more than twice, but lately I haven't because I'm cool with them now, my managers, and I'm like, hey, we're cool, right? So I hate middle pad. Middle pad is literally all the bras from like the whole entire clothing in the middle. Not men's and kids, but excluding men's, it's freaking juniors, women's, like bathing suits, bra, like all of it, and it sucks. But okay, so I'm gonna get into detail. I'm gonna try to hurry up a little bit because it's running a little long, my video. But anyway, okay. So now you're closing. You're gonna go in, find your set. You're gonna go to the back, and there's gonna be a cart. It's not the Hummer like I was talking about earlier, but a cart. So it's like a pole, and it goes down like this and has a basket in the bottom, and then it'll have like a little thing that you can like kind of push, and in that thing has like nubs, which is the numbers on the hangers, like or letters like medium or 7th, like whatever, okay? So, and it's gonna have paddles like men's kit, like so you know when you take off clothes where they go, and at the end when you're done you can just be like, okay, all my juniors clothes. So anyway, okay, so now that you got that, you're gonna go to your section. Let's just say we're doing men's and kids, because that's what I do most of the time. I'll just do men's and kids. Okay, so let's say we go to men's and kids, right? I normally do men's and kids, but homes is my favorite because homes, all you have to do is like you run through it and touch up homes, like the cookware, you're just like rearranging pots, like putting them back real quick, or really just taking things out that don't belong there. And you're gonna put it, when you do homes, you have a Hummer, you don't have a clothing rack. You have a Hummer and you just take off things that don't belong. At the end, you're gonna run it, put everything back. Super easy, super fast. Only towels and carpets are like the worst because people like to take them out and throw them on the floor. So, oh my God, my dog, I wish I could like show you guys. She's literally sitting in front of my TV, just staring at it. I think she was like staring at herself. Okay, so sorry. I just thought that was so cute. Okay, anyway, where was I? Okay, so that's if you're doing homes. So now, let's say I'm doing mids and kids, right? Let's say you get a clothing part. So you're gonna have that little basket like I told you, it's called the go back cart, or just a cart. You're gonna take it, and you're gonna start from wherever you start. I start from like the shorts or whatever. There's a certain way they're gonna have you do it, like start. You don't just get to go wherever you want. But anyway, so you're gonna do it, and all you're doing, and there's two different ways you're gonna do it. Majority of the way you're supposed to do it properly is called setting. So you're gonna go through it. You're not supposed to touch everything. That's what I messed up on when I first started. I was touching all the clothes, but you just look at. It's called trust the nub. And again, the nub is the little thing on the hanger to tell you like the size or the number. So if you have like a shirt that doesn't belong, but the nub, let's say it's okay, mediums, large, medium, smalls, extra large, whatever, right? Let's say they're all in like a row. If you see a shirt that doesn't belong, but the nub is the exact same as that group, you leave it. You don't touch it. This goes to trust the nub. So you're just gonna keep going. If it says a large and a medium, you just pop it out, put it where it goes. Just that's all you're doing through that little thing. You snake around is what you're supposed to do. So once I've done that, I'm gonna go on the next side, same thing. Now normally when it's really, really bad and you just don't have time, you know if you do that, you guys aren't gonna get out till 2. They just want you to pick up off the ground. So you're gonna leave everything the way it is, just pick up stuff that is on the ground. And one thing working retail, I realized I hate it so much, but people just leave stuff all on the ground. And the craziest thing to me is, okay, a shirt's on the ground, you're lazy, you're not gonna pick it up. It's stupid, it sucks, but people do it. But like, I have seen, like when I go and do this, I've seen pants will be laid over the rack, and when I pick it up, the hanger's right under it. I'm like, really? Like, really? You didn't have to bend over or anything, you just clip it back. But anyways, not gonna even do that in this video. Okay, so that's basically what you do there, and then you're gonna go all the way down, and halfway through, you're gonna get called, you'll go to your break, boom, go back out there, and then, you know, again for your lunch, go back out there and finish up the night. So now, same thing in kids, and then shoes, because men's has the men's shoes, and then the kids have kids' shoes. That's the whole area you have to do in that situation. Shoes have to be all facing forward. Those I've gotten away with. I've noticed, like, I don't know if I'm not the only one that does this, that works there, but I never face the shoes frontwards. It's just so many shoes, it's gonna take me forever to face them all frontwards and size them up, right? I don't even touch up on the shoes. I just pick shoes that are off the ground and put them up. That's all I do. But yeah, so anyways, you do the clothes like that, do all that. Now if you're given, like I said, homes, you're just gonna take the Hummer, you're gonna run through the homes area, homes aisles, take things that don't belong, go all the way to wherever home ends, and then, oh, I just realized like homes is actually connected to women's shoes and accessories, so that's that whole area at Ross. But anyway, so you're gonna do that, and then at the end of your thing, whenever you get done, you're gonna run all that. Normally if it's okay, the last time I worked, it was super dead. Like literally I ran through my set in like 5 minutes. There was nothing on the ground, nothing. And so I ran through my stuff and I was done. And my manager, I was like hanging out with her. I was like, what do I do now? What do you want me to do? I'm gonna go. So I was helping, I helped 3 different other people in their areas, picked up lingerie, and then she told me to go home. But so anyways, so yeah. It normally takes the whole night though. If it's a regular night, it's gonna take the whole, what's today, Sunday? So I have to close on a Sunday. It shouldn't be that bad because school's tomorrow. But our busiest days during the week is a Tuesday, which is senior discount. We have a lot of angry older people that come in and, you know, but that's pretty much it. I don't really think there's anything else to touch up on. This is just a general video. If anyone's curious, you know, if anyone wants to start working at Ross or a retail store in general and you just kind of want an idea of what it's gonna be like going into it, this is it. That's a general idea, because I kind of wish this was around whenever, or this kind of video. I don't know if it was. I don't even know if I looked it up. But yeah, so if you just want the general idea of what it's like going into a retail store, you have anxiety, whatever, and you just kind of need to know like what's it going to be like before you start, it's really it. The biggest thing is you just want to work with good people. Like my managers, they're all really good people, really nice. They help out. I know a lot of times like you can get into somewhere and managers don't even do anything when they work with you, but from what I can say, I like the people I work with, which, like I said, helps a lot, because they're all friendly, and it's like, oh, today I get to go to work, at least I get to go to see my friends, you know, or it's gonna be a good day, you get to, you know, see people that also make you happy. But yeah, like I said, other than that, I don't think there's anything else I can really touch up on. That's, like I said, I gave you the main points. For closers, that's all you have to do. putting clothes away. And then once your cart fills up at the end, okay, so like you'll take out shirts that don't belong, and if the size, if you take out a shirt and it goes in the large, put in the large. But if you take out a shirt and it doesn't even go there, you're put on your rack. And then by the end of the whole time, if you have your rack, you're gonna run your rack, and you're gonna put all that stuff away. But yeah, that's really it, guys. So if you are somebody that's trying to get into retail, if you're working at fast food and don't even know what you want to do, and I don't know who's gonna come across this video, but I just think I like doing this. I like doing videos like this. But anyway, so if you do come across this, go for it. If you want to do it, if you even slightly want to do it, go for it, do it. Because if you do regret it, like I said, you can always find something else that you enjoy. But I'm super glad I did this, like, I don't know. But yeah, go for it. Some retail is not good, but like I said, I can only speak for myself and Ross, and I do enjoy it. So thank you guys for watching, whoever is watching. If you're new, just, subscribe if you want, and I'm gonna try to be posting more videos. I'm just random right now. These are all beginnings, so thank you guys.